Okay, this is August the 14th, 2021. Just got through cutting my grass a couple hours ago. I even weed whacked a little bit down here. It's getting ready to pour down rain. I don't know if you can hear that thunder. And I thought I'd do an update, see how this thing's growing. I've got this lawnmower raised up to level 6 out of the 7 because it's got 7 levels. And I think 6 seems to be the best. It seems the grass is the thickest and seems to be less holes in the lawn, if you know what I mean. Sometimes the grass doesn't grow as fast in some areas as it does in others, and 6 seems to be a common area. Anyway, I'll be glad when that big old bush there has all those purple berries on it. That'll be really nice. I hear thunder. It's supposed to rain here in about another 15 minutes. Anyway, all of this is looking pretty good. I did manage to trim the shrubs a little bit more the other day, so I got those done. I just kind of went around and just kind of trimmed the top of them again. I did it a few weeks ago, but they were looking kind of scraggly, so I did it again. But this is looking good. These things, I could cut them down to nothing, and they're starting to grow back, and so are these things. I thought they were done; they could quit flowering, so I just said, okay, I'll cut them down. Pampas grass is starting to, I call it blooming. I don't know what you call that, where it looks those golden shoots or whatever. This one's not doing it yet, but that one looks good. Yeah, everything looks good. I don't know what the official name is. I call it monkey grass. It's seeding or whatever. It's got those black bumblebees all over it, all over those purple flowers. I came out the other day and there's like a dozen little black bumblebees everywhere. Alright, so everything looks good. Don't really have any weeds, so to speak. Got everything trimmed up. The backyard doesn't do very well. It's got too many trees back there on that undeveloped lot. That's not my lot, so I have to deal with that. These azaleas are getting ready to bloom again. I went ahead and trimmed them again the other day. They're doing pretty well. That little gardenia that I stuck in the ground is still alive somehow or another. And all these things are still growing. That big old bush down at the first video, I just took some cuttings and put them down here, and they're growing. They'll have those big purple berries on them too. Right now they're just small little green berries. They'll get bigger. That's just kind of a test area that I planted a bunch of stuff, and most of it did not grow. Little holly bush I found in my landscaping in the front yard. I just pulled it out and put it back here, and it's still living somehow or other. My tomatoes and cucumbers did not do very well this year. I don't know. I usually plant them around here where they get more sun. I decided to put them behind the house this year, and boy, that was a mistake. They are terrible. I got a few. Yeah. But all of this, I'm trying to clear some of this off. I weed-eated some of that right in there today. Just trying to keep it from being so snaky. And I still got some cleanup. My lot doesn't go, it just goes to where that sign is right there. So it doesn't go far, just a few feet back in there. I actually cleared a little bit back in there. I need to clean some of that up. But everything looks pretty good. Even this in here was terrible, last year. And you can see one big spot right here. Has it completely filled in. I don't know if you can see the difference in the green right in here. A lady across the street had her Bermuda pulled up and zoysia had planted, and they threw a bunch of it when this house, before this house was built. They dumped all the scraps over here on this, back in the woods back over here. This used to be all woods. And I took a couple of wheelbarrows of those scraps, and I had a bunch of bare spots right here, so I just planted them. And doggone, they're a lighter green, similar to across the street. I don't know if you can see that on this camera or not, but it's all in here and up there. But it's filled in really nice. Maybe I could get a free zoysia lawn. That would be par for the course. Anyway, that's a wrap. Just wanted to give an update on how everything's filled in, and it took a long time because all this used to be trees all the way over here. I mean, trees were to right here, about right here. Yeah, about right here. All this was in trees. I mean, and when they graded took all those trees out, that was just dirt. All the way down, all the way up here to the front of the house, front of that house. So, anyway, it's filled in now. It filled in a good bit last year, and this year it just seemed to finish up. I just got to work on the backyard. I can't get anything to grow back there. Those trees. There's just too many trees, and it never gets any sun back in there. So anyway, all right, that's the end.